You have to be intrusive in your children's lives. You have to be. Children hide shit, they lie, they play around, they scheme, and don't even think that, oh, my child would never. You're the one whose child is doing the most. When you think that your child would never, believe me, your kid is doing the most.
Doing the most.
The most.
Yep. And you're out here, you know, I really think people like parenting, like people are not paying enough attention to their kids. But
they want to be the
for
homie.
all the wrong things, they pay attention. Like, oh, if the kid's playing some music you like, or wearing some clothes you like, you paying attention to that. Like, oh, that's fly. My kid is fly. Da 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 da. You know, let's take pictures together and matching outfits. I see that online. Let's do this. This is what, you know. Let's, like, you trying to hang with your teenage kid and do stuff with them. And don't get me wrong, but you do stuff with them, but not in a friend way all the time. And I'm not saying you can't have a friendship with your kid.
That's fine. You can be friends, but you're a parent first. You're the person that they should always come to first. And if you're not, it should be someone else who you would actually trust to take care of your child. It should be someone who, you know what? I know, like, you know, my kids have aunties and uncles who are some of our closest friends. Like, if they weren't comfortable talking to one of us, I am more than confident in one of my kids going to one of Rick's friends, going to one of my closest friends, or one of my cousins or whatever. It should not be just all other homies who they go to. Yeah. And then when your 15-year-old winds up pregnant, or your 15-year-old is on syrup and all these things going on, you're like, oh, I had no idea. You know why you didn't have no idea? Because you wanted to be their friend instead of the parent. You didn't want to provide guidance. You wanted to be like, my kid is fly.
I always tell my kid, I don't need my kids. I need respect more than anything. I don't need nothing else. I don't need you to be my friend and all that crazy. Like, I need you to be I got my own friends. I don't need my kid to be my friend. I need you to respect what I say and do what I tell you to do. And all this stuff ties into hip hop, like the whole topic of discussion, because these artists, man, like what they promote these lifestyles, they promote the gang culture. You know, like, it's cool to be in a gang. Everybody can't take a picture without doing some dumb shit with their fingers. Like, you know, like, you just can't. You can't take a picture without doing. Everything's this extra cool culture where you look like you high and you like this and that, sitting back and you taking these pictures, you know, then the jail stuff. Do you see what they do? Like, an artist come out of jail, went to jail lukewarm, come home, and he's hot. Listen,
because he went to prison.
Because he went to jail. He comes home, he's hotter than when everybody embraces him when he comes home.
But you don't embrace the college student who graduated. You all like, this dude, like, he outside. He did it free so-and-so till it's backwards. And it's like, okay, why wasn't y'all there before he went to jail?
Example, Megan Thee Stallion. She got her degree, right? That all probably 3 days, 2 or 3 days. It was the topic. Megan Thee Stallion's got a degree. She went to her college and got her cap and gown, blah, blah, blah. Gone. Hot Girl Summer. Oh, we just gonna keep promoting that. She didn't even do a speaking on about staying in college or nothing, because the company don't want her to do that.
Word.
They want to talk about Hot Girl Summer. Want her to bust it open. You know what I'm saying? Want her on stage. They want that instilled there. They don't want the Megan Thee Stallion in the cap and gown.
And then let me ask you, is Taylor Swift telling white girls to bust it open and twerk all day and do nothing but twerk? Nope. Is Adele out here singing R&B that hip-hop talks about, you know, oral sex all day and busting it open? No. But guess who is?
Yeah, guess who is? Country singer Blake, all these guys is Justin Bieber and all of them talking about gel and lean and all of this stuff. No.
You know.
And
they won't either. And they won't. They won't encourage white children to act in all degeneracy. No, that's marketed for our children.
The most radical thing they're going to do, don't get me wrong, they had anti-parenting issues and stuff like that, but it's not marketed to the extent of music is built off of it.
Literally.
It's like our music it's like hip hop music is built off of nothing but negativity. These guys are going to jail. They getting killed at a crazy rate.
I mean, that's the other thing. In hip hop, a rapper gets killed at least once a month.
It's
at least
crazy. It's crazy right now. Like, I mean, these guys are like, it's like some of them they just caught their record deal. All of a sudden they dead. They're dead. And Double XL magazine is putting these. You be like, who is this guy? Oh, he signed to so and so. Come on, man. We got to change. This got to change. And the people got to stop accepting this type of music. That's how you change. Because if we don't accept this music as our music, trust me, it'll change.
And it is starting to, because you know, like real rap and real lyrics are starting to come back, but it's moving way too slow. It's moving way too slow.
It's still very bad.
It is.
Bad. And it's so bad. Like I said, you need a gatekeeper. That's like, it's kind of like the NBA or something. Like, yo, people don't want the control, but somebody got to start controlling hip hop, and it can't be the people that's controlling it now because they're doing a horrible job. So we're gonna get off of that subject, and we're gonna talk about some news. You know, what's wacky in the news world.
One, we would like to give a loving shout out and God be with the victims of the Bronx fire that killed 10 children and injured over 170 people. 10 adults also perished in that fire. But what I also want to say is these things could be avoided. That building had more than 170 plus violations and code violations in 2021 alone. Also, the developers of that building have very close ties to the new mayor, Eric Adams. So I don't know what's up with that, but Eric Adams has also made it a point to start off his mayoral candidacy on all the wrong feet, bringing back stop and frisk in New York City, bringing back the anti-crime unit, those cops that you're walking down the street and then an unmarked car just comes 4 white men, jump out the car and tell you to, put your hands up and get on the ground and all that nonsense, all that stuff that violates your human rights. He called, people who work for a living every day where they're not sitting in a corner office. He literally belittled people because of their professions, because they're not smart enough to sit in a corner office if they're working in fast food, or the shoe shiners who are in Grand Central Station and all that. His literal first day in office, he managed to insult everyone. Then a week later, 19 people die on his watch. And he has ties to the developer. God bless the dead and everything. But New York, y'all are about to be in a jacked up situation for the next few years.
Me personally,
y'all got another cop in office.
I moved out of New York, so that's their problem. But
so silly. You have children, our kids live in New York.
They got, like I said, that's their problem. And I'm all for stop and frisk because New York is out of freaking control. So they need to do stop and frisk until you know how to start getting some accurate. Start acting right, and people won't have to stop and frisk. Stop running up, killing each other, and shooting each other, and you'll get a better policing. But Eric Adams is, from what I know about him, that's who he is. Y'all knew what y'all was getting. And that's who he is. And
y'all should have voted in Curtis Sliwa. That's all I know.
Should have voted in Curtis Sliwa. I'm telling you, should have voted in Curtis Sliwa. But, with that being said, those people was from Gambia, most of them that died. And it just made me realize my safety. Because now I got to go out. I'm about to put a fire extinguisher in every room. Because I want to at least be able to have a fighting chance. I don't have to try to run downstairs. Because once you run out the house is going up in flames. If you could have, subdued the fire with a little extinguisher or whatever, you might could have stopped the whole thing from happening. So I'm going out. I don't have a fire extinguisher every room. I got like one in the kitchen. But that's where we always have it. Maybe if the fire, look at these fires. It's mostly always the same thing. The space heater, and I be using them. So And I be noticing that them things, like sometimes you look, you be like, oh shit, it's black around the cord and all this and that. You got to change that cord or change that surge protector, because those things wear out. Because those things pull a lot of juice. And make sure you have a fire extinguisher that's fit for electrical fires, because all fire extinguishers ain't for everything. With that being said, that was my safety tip that I have to do.
Well, yes, and, people get your fire extinguishers and have a exit plan. Have a plan for the whole family to get out of a dangerous situation. You know, they even say you're supposed to like practice your evacuation processes. So that's really something to think about. It really is, because there were a lot of failures in that building, and that was something that didn't have to happen. And again, God bless them. God be with them, and
man.
Rest
we
in
wearing
peace.
All these masks. Get a real mask that can, you know, those masks these guys is wearing for asbestos and all that. That's gonna stop that smoke inhalation, because people are dying from that smoke inhalation, man. By the time because you breathing hard, running, you inhaling all that smoke into your lungs, and you still could get out the building and then get outside and collapse and die. So we got to, let's just be more aware and learn. We got to learn from tragedy. So
that's right. Be mindful and make a evacuation plan for yourself and your family. Because the other thing was, a lot of people left in a panic and left family members behind. Yeah. So you should have a plan ASAP. That's something that everyone should get on. Whether you're in an apartment, a house, whatever, get something together. Avoid these tragedies from here on out. That's our 2 cents worth of good advice.
Because I'm going to take my own. I'm definitely getting me some new fire extinguishers. And, on a brighter note, everybody's doing the 10-year challenge. Having fun with that. Everybody's having fun with the 10-year challenge.
So you just want to give up your facial recognition to everybody, huh? Y'all haven't learned nothing yet. That social media is literally how helps the government keep track of everything that we do. But okay, y'all have at it. Have at it.
Applaud that. We're going to applaud giving up facial recognition. That's what Facebook's there applauding you guys, helping them out. So
have at it, folks.
They can scan you and know what you look like now. But anyway, on a brighter note, it's funny. It's a fun thing, but the whole 10-year, it's how you feel to me. The 10-year health challenge. That's what we need. Looking good and feeling good is two different things. Because you can put your makeup on, get on here, hey, I still look young, How you feel? Because I can't. 10 years ago, I used to run miles. My knees are shot. I can't even run. Lord. I can't run like that no more. So what about that? The 10-year knee challenge.
Man, you be out here challenging people to push-ups and all kinds of nonsense.
Ain't got nothing to do with me running.
Well, you be having your good health. You be in good health.
My knees are shot. I can't. I used to run like I ain't trying to hit something. It's like I appreciate the fan club, but I'm gonna keep it 100. My knees ain't the same they was 10 years ago, so I'm keeping it real. Can't put no makeup on them body parts and make them look good.
Facts.
But that's it. What else was in it? This wacky news, the 10-year challenge, we off that. Bill Gates said, once the Omicron passes, it will be more like a seasonal flu. I know he's into computer science, but I didn't know he was into disease science. So I don't know how he knows all this stuff.
And he's a high school dropout.
So I know he know all this. It don't mean nothing because he is smart. So I ain't taking that away from him.
You can be smart. That doesn't make you qualified to be giving medical advice.
I don't know about all his information of biological diseases and all that, disease control. But that's what Bill Gates said. So that was wacky to me. So I had to bring that out.
Well, I've asked many a times, if you know me on social media, I've asked many times, how is it that a tech-savvy computer guy is running the World Health Organization? I know it's all from his donations and everything. I get it. Right. But nevertheless, what qualifies him to make decisions for the entire world and their health? Nothing. He's not qualified for it, but that's what's wacky to us. So, I'm just saying.
And I have another thing. Wacky thing to me is, why is it that, and how you feel about when a person brag about their income and accomplishment? Does it motivate you or does it make you feel bad? Like when people out here, because I don't know. It's like this new thing of everybody got to tell you, and that's another thing hip hop does. I'm going back to the original topic. They tell you, oh, I make $250,000 for a feature, or